Hi everyone, it's Caroline on the Hillside. Thank you for joining me today. It's week 22 of the Hillside Heart Prompts. Let's get to the cards. Oh, and before I do that, here's a sneak peek of something that I'm working on for June, my design team project. Today's prompts are Cactus, donated by Julie Holleran, and that's Julie Rose, and Recycled by Ada DeJesus, 2993. Thank you. That's Cactus and Recycled. I'm going to go in the middle somewhere. I think I'll go right here. I have a couple things going on. I have this packaging that I had in my file for a long time. I'm cutting it to the size of my printer paper. I'm going to use this as part of my recycling prompt, and I hope it works out. I might have to straighten it out with a piece of tape. I'm using some photos. I'm going to use a couple of different things for Cactus. We have some pictures that we took when we went to Arizona. And we also have some photos of Cactus that we took in San Antonio. And I'm going to print out a couple of those. I hope it works out without making my printer all crazy. Well, I don't know unless I try. When I make my pictures, when I put them to size, I'm going to put them so they're more in the center. And because I'm recycling a piece of paper, I don't have to worry about the waste. I'm just going to try and flatten that out a little bit. I'm going to be truthful. My page alone didn't work. It got all crumpled up, but I saved it before it mucked everything. I can still use those pages. I cut another piece out from that same original paper and I taped it on to a piece of cardstock. I'm going to try it. That worked out a lot better. I'm just taking off the tape, the washi tape from my piece of cardstock that I will definitely be able to use again. And I'll show you the result. 4 photos that I put in the center just in case, like right here, I had a few little tears. So I will use that. Maybe I can recycle these pieces of washi tape. I imagine it's going to be a collage because, yeah, I think that's great. There's a photo of me standing in front of these cacti, and that was when we visited San Antonio. We went to the Alamo River Walk. We had a great time. The other photos are from the car. So many cacti. I do have this that I wanted to try and see if there's a potted cactus or something. I love to give myself a few options since I don't know what I'm doing yet. And I think my options are limited here because I have a lot of torn up pages. It shouldn't take too long because they're not. Oh, wait a minute. Look at that. That's the same. Oh, yeah. Those are the same ones as that I'm standing in front of. I think I'll have to take that. Oh. And It's not in the pot. I wonder if I have any in a pot. I'm going to use both of these pages. So I am totally recycling everything here. I'm also going to I have this tissue paper that was in a pair of shoes or boots or something. So I was thinking that it would be fun to use that. Put my washi tape over here. Okay, I think I'll just start gluing this down. Go for it. That's what I say. Well, after all that printing kerfuffle, not too bad. Nothing was injured or broken. I hope you are all having a wonderful weekend. So that's fun to recycle. A little something crinkly over here. So I can use this up. No, I tried to crinkle. And now I'm taking my recycled washi tape, all part of the background. So continuing on the recycling this page, I like, just trying to think of how I want to put this on here. I love this whole coloring. And you know what I might do? I think I might just take the whole thing down the center. Some of this pink color, that'll really go nicely. I don't know what I'm going to do with the photos that I did. I like that. That's straight. Put that down here. This is not a straight bottom. And I can cut off the top. Really windy today. Probably could have cut that off straight, but it's the it's part of the page, the original page that I put in here. I'm going to keep it like that. All right, doing well on the recycling. Oh yeah, here's some more washi. Well, I think I'll put that up here. And then I have another piece. And I don't need all of these. And I kind of squish it into the corner. This is another piece of scrap that's in my recycling basket. I'm going to use this. It's bright, so, and I like this square. Like that, and then I can put the picture of myself over top, just for it to have a little bit of layering. Maybe like that. Very soothing. And I still have these little cutouts, fussy cut from my photo. Oh yeah, and the other thing I noticed, well, I have my helmet here. We were on our motorcycles. That was a really fun trip through Louisiana, all the way to Texas, through Houston. Oh yeah, that was epic. Before grandchildren, and we were both still working. This is great. I've used photos of cacti, let's say cactus. So what I'd like to do with this one is back it up. Maybe I can put it on here and then fussy cut around, just so that there's a background to it. This looks like a container. I might have to go with that. A vase or a pot. I'm going to keep this one and put it right over here. And then the other one's not going to make the cut today. Now I have to put something up there, something there. I just grabbed my little flower pot, and I'm still taking these little pen and ink flowers, or pen and watercolor flowers that I had done. So I'm going to take a couple of smaller ones here and see if the colors will work. That one's a little bit too big, overpower. This was not, this was just a magazine flowers. I won't use those. I do have a lot of blue in here already. And I don't need any leaves. I think I'm going to stick with the brighter colors. So yeah, these are recycled book page. Let's see if I can do some colorful something over here, a little bouquet, or just some random I love that word. I like this color because it goes really well with that washi tape. Pulls out the little flowers in this plant. And I just have to find a spot. I think it'll probably go over here somewhere. Like this. And I don't know. That one. This one can tuck under here. Have to make some more. I love making these. These are really fun. I'll link the little video that I did. Anyone can make these, and I also took a stamp out that I've had. I say that all the time, but my equipment, no, my supplies are, for the most part, very old. And I'm so happy to be using them again. I also had my doodle flowers with the markers, the paint markers, on top of magazines, which were being recycled. And I have this butterfly. I don't know where it came. Well, I know where it came from, but it fell out. So I think I'm going to put this over here. Another little pop of color that I love. And I think I will keep the white edge. Maybe I'll just give it a little bit of a trim. Trim off the antennae. Yeah, this was a pack that my mom had given me when I first started journaling, and she was so excited. She loved to just go to the store and look for things for me because that was so, she was full of joy when doing that. Giving it a little more of a trim. Now, when you get these little, this is from the dollar store. When you get these, you don't have to trim around. I like to trim around. I'm not going to put it on yet. I'm going to put these on. This one first. then this one. Wow, these colors. How many times do I say that? They all work out, don't they? And it says Canadian on here. This is not in Canada. Just reaching into my doodle pouch, and I found this. Feel the wind on your face. Oh my goodness, that's perfect for this, because we were on our motorcycles, and I love this, all of this here. Trim that down. Didn't know when I would use this. I also have a random scrap tab that I had made. I'm going to use that over here somewhere. I've got to put my butterfly, and I do like the color of the doodle flower, both of them. Trying to fill up the space. Where's that other doodle flower? I love this doodle flower. It could go down here. It could also go up here. And this is a collage, so it doesn't have to make sense, of course. I don't want to cover up that flower. This tab, I'm going to put it over on this side. I think I'm going to sew this, just sew the end. I was going to put it on this side. I'm going to put the label up here. No, it's not a label, it's a tab. I think I will put it on this corner. I kind of like the way the leaf is on the edge. Or maybe like that. This whole journal's recycled. It's a great prompt because most of the time that's what we're using. Guess I'm waiting till the end to put the butterfly on. And here can go. No, I think this page is finished. This guy here kind of stands out, so I'm going to put something there to soften these edges. I don't know what it's going to be yet. I don't know if I want to use paint or gesso. This is the crumpled piece of paper that came out of the printer, and I'm going to try and make a ruffle to put over here. I ended up doing 3 stitches down the ruffle. It was too thick, so I cut it up, and I'm going to put this along the edge here. And maybe it'll act as a tuck spot for my card. To see how that dries. So that's a little bit, that's more, it's a little softer for me. I'm going to leave my threads. I have these two left, and I could possibly, let's see if it'll fit. I still haven't put my sentiment. Let's see if that'll fit in here. That does fit in here. And then I can put something on the bottom. Let's see if that'll work. This would be better down here. That's so funny how I've got the saying. I can feel the wind in my face right now because I'm sitting in front of the window. Wow, that's a great way to use scraps. And if you don't have a sewing machine, you can just glue your ruffle. I've made a lot of paper ruffles with just glue. You could also tape them. Well, that's not going to go anywhere now. I have this little piece left. I kind of like the gardener. I mean, this is all about well, this isn't about, it is about gardens, kind of. I think I'll just leave it like this. I don't need anything on the back. Maybe I'll put the ruffle on the top. Oh, I'm going to sew it on. It's busy, but I love it. Used a lot of recycle. Everything's recycled. I didn't even bother covering the bottom or the other side of the card. I felt like the gardener here is perfect to go with the theme that I decided to choose, and it's Southern and Tropical Gardens. Today's prompts are cactus and recycled. It's all done on recycled paper, recycled gardening book. I used recycled paper to print some of my cactus pictures from our travels. And this is the cactus at the Alamo. Here's some on the road in Arizona. I did some recycled tissue paper from some, I think they were shoes. And I recycled my book pages and some magazines. I did some doodle art and some watercolor flowers. I recycled my washi tape. This sentiment was from a magazine, and so I put that up here. I used I made a ruffle and cut it down to size and made a couple of stitches with the sewing machine, and I added to the top of this card and I made it into a pocket. This was the discard, the piece of paper that didn't go through the printer properly, and I thought, well, it still has all the colors, so I'll use that to make a ruffle. I really like the way that turned out. I also had this butterfly. I put a couple of stamps, and I just did a little bit of journaling, a couple of notes, and there it is. This is week 22. Thanks everyone for joining me today. I really, really love having our visits. I do look forward to this weekly. I hope that you are inspired to use your recycled papers and fabrics to create your art that you love to do, whether it's collaging, whether it is painting, mixed media art. There's so many amazing things you can do and create for your memories, for pleasure, for relaxation. Have fun. Don't forget to be adventurous and stay fresh. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.